We are live.
We are
Thumbs up if you're watching replay. We got John, Stanley Orchard, and Steve Haulin Ash. Their links are in the description. If we're not here next week or the week after, we'll get one of their channels.
Steve.
Got them. How's it going, John? Have a good Monday?
Yeah, man. Actually, not too bad of a Monday for a Monday. You know what I mean?
Right.
Definitely not no Friday, but it wasn't a horrible Monday. So that I can say. I guess I'm having a better Monday than Stanley and Steve because I'm here.
Yep.
How was yours?
Not too shabby. Not there yet. It has been a while. Good to see you. Fortress of Rock, Elm Custom Harvesting, hooked up in Backlash.
There we are.
What's going on? Hope everybody had a good weekend, a good Halloween weekend.
Oh, yeah. So you have any trick-or-treating out your way this year, Grant?
We actually, our son, he had a birthday party to go to, and Janet and I went to see Nick and his family. They had a little Halloween party, so went up there to see Nicholas Pool Yacht Outdoors and hung out for a couple hours and then come home. It was fun.
Very cool. Yeah, we didn't do the trick-or-treat thing this year. I guess the whole COVID thing's got people a little timid, and I was all right with that. It was
right.
Take off from it, I think. But it'll probably be twice as bad next year. I know Audrey's aunt and uncle up in Michigan, that little small town that we have that house in, their next door to us, they had 200 kids come by.
Wow.
Yeah, that's amazing.
It's a bunch. T Studio X, how's it going? Good to see you. Yeah, they didn't hand out candy. They just had, I don't know, there was probably 15 or so kids over there. They had rented a pony and had little pony rides. It was pretty cool.
That is cool.
But I'm only so much good.
Hooked up
Backlash.
Yeah. So tons of trick-or-treating in his neighborhood.
That's good. Yeah, there's years, living here is kind of weird. It's a hit or miss. There's years when I'll buy a bunch of candy and we'll have a bunch of candy left over. And then there's years where I'm like, towards the end of the night, I'm giving out one little piece of candy because the stuff's almost gone. So I don't know what it is, but it's always up and down here. So kind of weird.
Yeah, we didn't give out candy for several years. I think our son, he quit trick-or-treating at 10 or 11, and we started handing out candy then. This is the first year we haven't given out candy in, 5 or 6 years, so.
Yeah. The Huntsman's in the house. How you doing, Huntsman?
The Huntsman, good to see you.
One trick-or-treater for not there yet. That sums up 2020 right there, right? Buy 20 pounds of candy and get one trick-or-treater.
Yeah, 2020's been something else.
It has been a crazy year. But we're that much closer. We're in November now, baby.
That's it.
And I'll be honest with you. Tomorrow, if you haven't voted yet, go out and vote. But I'll be so happy when tomorrow's over with and all the freaking brutal advertising on TV, on YouTube, on all other social media, all of it should come to an end. And I'll be glad for that. One way or another. Hopefully
I think
ends after tomorrow.
Our polls open up at 6, so I'm going to go. I got to work at 7, so I'm going to go vote before work and get it over with.
Yeah, we had early voting from 13 October to 30 October, so I went a few days ago and knocked it out. It was one of those pop-in. It took me about 5 minutes. I walked in, stopped at one spot. They put a glove on my hand, walked in. They checked my ID card and gave me a piece of paper and went to the machine. So it was pretty easy.
WTF, Mike. Cheers, brother. Cheers.
Yeah, cheers, Mike. Mike was here about an hour early, too. He didn't know.
North. Good to see you, Adrian. Yeah, I actually went and picked up my bow tags at the county clerk's office, and there was people doing the early voting then, and I thought about doing it then, and I thought, nah, I got to go on election day.
It was nice to go on early and just pop in and pop out. I like that. Let's see. We got hooked up backlash. I had kids crying when I was walking around. What do you mean crying? Crying for candy or just? It's weird. Okay, I'm not a young spring chicken anymore, but when I was a teenager, we Halloweened our butts off. I mean, we went. There was a year where we had costumes on where you could take your mask off and you had painted face under that. We would go to houses twice. We would take big, like full trash bags, not these little kitchen bags, but the big ones, and get tons of candy. And then I remember taking our daughters when they were, 10, 9, 8, that age frame, and they would walk like a half a block, maybe a block, and be like, "Can we go home now? We have enough." I'm like, "That's not enough candy." But it's just, I don't know, different generations, I guess. It was crazy. Yeah, man, we used to get all the candy. We'd stay out there all night getting candy. And heaven forbid you left your bowl of candy outside because you weren't going to be home. That candy was gone.
Right.
We had no parental supervision. There you go. Somebody dropped $1 on you.
Thank you there, Real Paranormal Broadcast USA. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. How you been doing? Good to see you. Spro Team Bass, good to see you as well.
Yep. Got a good group hanging out with us tonight. So you got what about YouTube-ish stuff? You got anything going on? I know you've been talking about these dang tilapia.
I need to go ahead and finish up a video. I've got footage from several weeks in a row, and
been waiting for it, brother.
I'll probably go
interested in that.
Probably go bow hunting a few days after work this week.
Very cool.
Today would have been a really good day. I wasn't real dirty after work. It's all good. I'll get out there. It's supposed to warm up. This morning it was 27 degrees at 5 o'clock. Oh.
No, that's too cold.
What's up, Nick? I guess Nicholas is on break, so cheers to Nick.
What's up, Nick? No, that's too cold. It's actually been pretty awesome here lately. It's been like 50s to 60s first thing in the morning and warming up. It was warming up to just tickling 70, and now it's coming up in mid 70s. If you're going to come visit San Antonio to do the river walk, fish, whatever, this is the time of year to do it. You get the best weather, and it's not a very big period of good weather, so you gotta pinpoint. Usually it's early November, late October, early November is the best time to be down here. And so I'm turning it on. I'm going fishing this coming Friday. I'm going fishing next Wednesday. It's fishing time now. This is the perfect weather, and a lot of fair weather fishermen will be out off the lakes, out of the way, and it makes it a little bit easier for the rest of us to get out there and do some fishing. So I'm excited.
For that picture Mike shared this morning in WTF Mike, all those geese. Yeah, I wish I was there.
So you got a little bit more time for duck hunting, right? Or no?
Ours comes in Thanksgiving morning.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll be out Thanksgiving morning. We actually, because of COVID, the public spot we had aren't doing a daily drawing this year. It was all permit, so we had to put in back in September and then again in October for more. Anyways, we got 5 permits. Janet and I did, and my buddy Clint and his wife both got 5. So we got a good 20 days, pretty much every Saturday and a couple Tuesdays to hunt. And he actually drew opening day. There's only 27 spots. I think he got like 23rd pick. So we won't get the best spot to pick from, but we'll still get to hunt opening day. We should shoot something.
Yeah, that's cool. You gonna do live streams this time?
Depends on where we're at. If we get a blind, live stream's a lot easier. But if we're hunting out of the boat, which is probably likely, hard to live stream out of the boat.
Yeah, I understand that. I go back and forth on that with these trips where I go fishing by myself. It's not only hard to live stream when you're on boat, but it's hard to shoot an actual video. You're shooting the trip and try to live stream at the same time, because then I just think it becomes confusing. So I don't think I'll do any live streams from the boat since I'm going to be shooting videos. Real Paranormal is talking about Massachusetts will be going on lockdown. What are they going? COVID bouncing back up bad up there or something? What's going on?
Yeah, our governor here in Illinois is trying to shut things down again, I think.
Oh, wow. Yeah, we've heard it's been bouncing back up across the country. And there's other countries in Europe that are already getting pretty bad, I guess. I guess time of year thing. I don't know. So and here in Texas, I know our numbers have gone up. We were way down where new cases, it was that below 5%, which was that kind of a goal. Like, hey, we get there, we're good. But then we bumped back up above that. I don't know if we're up to 10% yet, but yeah, it's every time we ease back, hey, let's open up the bars and all these places where people get stupid. Sorry if you get stupid at the bars. I'm talking about you. I used to, but I'm too old for that now. It's kind of hard to keep people focused on social distancing and mask wearing and all that when they're full of alcohol. That's just the way it is.
Right. Yeah, and I don't know. I'm pretty much everything I see both sides, and
yeah,
this here it's kind of I'm leaning more toward the hoax side than we really need to wear a mask. I mean, I can put my mask on, take a hit off my vape. You can see the smoke coming out of my mask,
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just.
Well, there's one video out there that I watched. I wish I would have saved it. I don't remember. It was a nurse who did it where she coughed in a petri dish, right? And they went ahead and let that grow. And then she put a mask on and did it. And the difference was.
Right. There is a difference. There is a
difference. So I'm gonna side on the side of caution. I don't want to be the person that goes out there doing something stupid and gets somebody who's immunocompromised or elderly sick because I decided I didn't want to follow recommendations of wearing a mask and all that. So you see me out there, you'll see me wearing a mask. It's hard. I've walked into a place without a mask just because I forgot to grab it and put it on, and then I look around, it's like, crap. Back out, go get my mask so I can come back in. So yeah, it kind of sucks. Nick says his mom says stuff is flying off the shelves again in masks. Golly, I hope that doesn't happen again. That was toilet paper and all that was so stupid. The manufacturers are manufacturing. You don't need to panic. But all these people start buying everything. So then regular folks are like, that's dumb. Get to a point where, oh, shoot, there's none. I'm going to have to buy whatever I can. And it just snowballs into what it was earlier this year.
You brought it down.
Yep, we'll find. I think things will change the end of this week, next couple of days, regardless, for good or bad, one way or the other.
That's true. I'm just waiting for this vaccine. I really think that'll make if they come out with a vaccine that works, it'll make a significant impact on all this. So hopefully. Let's talk about something more exciting than all this.
Yes. How about you? You've been catching some fish. I know you went to Port Aransas.
Yeah, you pay attention well there, sir. Yeah, we went down. We spent a long weekend down at the coast, me and Audrey, and we had another couple go with us. You guys have probably, if you watch any of my videos, you've seen Shay fish with me before. So him and his wife were with me. So last week I put out day one video. That was just me and Audrey on the boat. It was Audrey's introduction to fishing saltwater off our boat. We've been out on charters, but she's never been down there with me on the boat. Caught a few cool fish. And the ones coming out this week I'm working on right now got some significantly cooler fish and had some other events go on that were pretty dang cool. Audrey got her personal best, got some new fish she's never caught before. I got a new fish on the boat that I've never got in the boat before. So pretty exciting. Pretty exciting. Can't wait to get this one done and out there. And then we had a little rescue mission. And while we were out there, me and Shay were fishing in the afternoon by ourselves. The ladies had gone to do something else. And we had a boat, disabled boat drifting out into the ocean. And we went to do the rescue thing in some ugly conditions. That area, people are familiar with the apron out there off of the jetties. It gets like a wash machine. You know, it's just waves coming from different directions, large swells. You're in a small boat. It's a little bit touchy, and now you're in a small boat tying to a bigger boat and trying to drag them in. It was quite the event. That'll probably, I don't know if I'll get that one out this week. It might be next week. I don't know. Nick says, I like cool fishing. I agree, Nick. I like cool fishing. So where is our two counterparts, Grant? Do we get to talk bad about them if they don't show up?
Well, Steve said that it's just not going to happen for him tonight, so I'm guessing he's just getting home or he's got something going on. And Stanley said he'd be here in 15, and that was a good 15 to go.
Yeah, see? We got to hold down to 4. Yeah, usually this is right about the time Stanley does get on because we all got family stuff going on, and his daughter's got dance and all that. So usually that's why when he hosted, he starts at 5:15. So he'll probably pop in backstage here real soon. I prefer awesome fishing. Yeah, Fortress of Rock. I think everybody prefers awesome fishing, but sometimes you just get some cool fishing. You know, it's not always awesome. Sometimes it's cool. It's awesome. You know, it depends on what who's thinking about it. Hey, so all you fellow YouTubers, weigh in on this question. Does video length affect your analytics? Okay, and I'll give you an example. Let's say you commonly do 17-minute videos, right? 17-minute video, 16-minute video, 18, 17, 16, and then you do a 5-minute video. Will just the length of the video have any type of impact on your analytics? What do you think, Grant?
That's a good question. What's going on, Jimmy C and friends? CTV, good to see you. See, most of my videos are that 10 to 15 minute mark. I don't know that I've got a video that's over 20 minutes.
What about 3 or 4 minutes?
I've got some that's 3 or 4. I've got some that's like a minute, like I don't know about the analytics. You're saying like the retention time and if it gets pushed more or what?
Yeah, I just don't. Will it affect your channel if you're constantly putting out something let's say you're doing a 14 to 17 minute video pretty much on the regular, and then all of a sudden you hit some 4-minute videos. Maybe you throw out a 25-minute video. Does the actual length of the video matter? Because the one thing I could see it impacting is maybe retention, like you said. Some people will be more likely to watch a full 4-minute video versus a 20-minute video. But if somebody watches a full 4-minute video and then someone else watches 8 minutes of a 20-minute video, how's that play into your analytics? And I honestly, I don't know. I kind of feel like maybe it's not a big factor, but and I'm hoping Stanley pops in sooner than later and get his opinion on it, because he's kind of our analytics dude. And speak of the devil, there he is.
Hey, what's up, guys? Man, I'm sorry. I'm
What's up, man?
Those afternoons.
You're just too busy for us. We understand.
Now I'm wondering.
He's already been live once today.
Right. He's becoming a YouTube guru. Hey, so Stanley, here's the thing we were just pondering. Is video length being able to affect your analytics? Let's say you normally run a 14 to 17 minute video. You do that every week, and then you throw maybe a couple 4 minutes in there, or you throw a 20-minute plus in there. Will that affect your channel's analytics overall, do you think?
Well, it's going to look a little funny to you. You're going to get a weird spike or a weird little drop. I spoke to Roberto Blake specifically about that. We like those 360 videos are, at the time, they were like a minute long, and I was doing 20-minute videos. And I asked Roberto Blake about that. I said, is that messing me up? You know, because I'm getting 1 minute of watch time here and 18 over there. Is that screwing with me? And he's like, no, it's totally fine. They look at it on an individual video basis. It looks weird in the channel analytics, but it doesn't affect anything.
Cool. Farm all dropping on you.
Thank you so much, Farm All.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Yeah, I kind of felt that way because you could see, hey, the retention of the video is, 80%. Well, it's a 3-minute video. The retention of this video is only 40%, but it's a 20-minute video. If you look at the actual minutes watched, it's kind of a wash there. And so that's what I was hoping, and that's what I kind of thought. But I figured I'd throw it out there for us to discuss so we all kind of know. And according to Mr. Stanley, who is kind of our analytics guru of the group, whether he wants to or not.
He does work for Tube Buddy.
Yeah, he does. He's got some linkage out there. It's not a factor. So if you got 3 minutes of awesome video and that's what you want to put out a 3-minute awesome video. If you got 20 minutes worth of awesome video, put out 20 minutes worth of awesome video. It has nothing. It won't affect your channel.
You know what the big part of watch time that nobody hones in on, like the most important aspect of watch time that nobody hones in on, it's not whether it's a 1-minute video or a 20-minute video. It's nice when you start getting to the point of like what you're saying, like 40% retention. 40% retention on a 20-minute video. That's you're getting into some for real territory in that one. 60%, and you're talking about real channel numbers, like for real channels. But the thing that people don't think about is the watch time that you get outside of your video. If you have a 1-minute video that leads to a 90-minute video, and that 90-minute video gets 50% retention, that 1-minute video is going to pop. That 1-minute video will get, watch time credit for having led people to the 90-minute video that gets serious watch time.
Nice. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
A hot Dos Equis Fortress of Rock? Ooh, I don't know if I could do that.
What's up, Peter?
That sounds nasty, Peter.
Yeah, Peter, that doesn't sound very appealing.
I feel for his wife. That's all I got to say.
I'm not even going to go there. I know what you're talking about.
Stanley, I got to listen to your show this morning while I was working, had my headphones on.
You were working it this morning, dropping links and stuff. I appreciate that, Grant. Thank you.
Good.
Yeah, that the Good Life Outdoors, your guest, they were only a few away from that 1K mark.
Yeah.
They're like $9.97 when I subscribed.
I had no idea, and he was telling me that afterwards. We had a little powwow after the thing, and he was telling me you did that. I appreciate that. It's one of the things I love about this community, being able to bring somebody on. Everybody adopts them. Everybody's real cool about that. He was real tickled about it. He doesn't have a community, so that was really nice to be able to kind of share that with him.
Very cool. Yeah, I've been watching him for a while. I kind of like his channel there. I didn't know he was that close either. Hopefully, after today, he's hit it, from being on the world famous Stanley Morning Show. I mean, he should.
I wish he had told us in advance. We could have done 1,000 subscriber push for him. I've never been able to do that. Of course, back in the day, we used to do it. I got my 1,000 with one of you guys. I forget who it was, but that used to be a unique thing we used to do. Was it Grant? I kind of thought that.
Probably was. I think so.
My video, type in # Stanley Orchard, and that video pops up when I was trying to.
They tell you, the guys at TubeBuddy told me to do this. They said, put your name, your channel name in the tags of your video. And the reason why is because 2 years from now, 3-4 years from now, when you have all of these videos, you want to use that to rank for your own name so that somebody types in your name, they find you. Because the opposite of that is, say you get to 100,000 subscribers and somebody starts uploading a bunch of videos about how they hate you, about how you're an idiot, you don't know what you're talking about, and your name is in the tags of every one of their videos. Now all of a sudden, anytime somebody types in your name, they find the guy that hates you.
That's
So you want to start ranking for your own name.
Oh, and I want to call the one hater out. We had a thumbs down on here before we ever even went live.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, what's up with that?
Yeah, right. Yeah.
I appreciate their work ethic. Whoever's seeing that and jumping on it.
I just subscribed, making this channel officially 1K. There you go. Thank you.
Who did that?
Your brother.
Oh, Peter, you did? That's rad, man. Appreciate you doing that. We'll hit
drop
them
it
up after here.
That's awesome.
Yeah, when I just looked it up, it was showing they had 1K.
Nice. And he's got like something like 40,000 hours of watch time, 10,000 hours, whatever it is. He blew the 4K out of the water.
Right?
Good.
I figured once I seen he had 997 subscribers, I figured he was probably close.
There goes Farm All again.
Farm Mall with the $2 dropping a deuce. Thank you, Farm Mall.
So, not there yet. Said, don't viewers go back and rewatch when it becomes relevant to them? Yeah, I guess you could say that in some cases. A lot of the you do it or how to do it type videos, people rewatch and I'll save that because I'm going to do that to my boat or whatever. And then when it's time to do it, I go find that video in my save thing and I watch it. And I think looking at my analytics from my battery one, you get a bunch of spikes through it because people will watch, stop, go back and rewatch, sections of it. So it's like your retention thing, a normal retention, it drops quick and then it kind of just steady. But those type of videos that go, ooh, and somebody is going back and rewatching portions of it. And it's usually those technical type videos where they're trying to, oh, wait, how do you do that again? And go back, because I do the same thing. I'll pause it. I'll try to get to where they're at. Usually it's something computer-wise. And then I'll go back and watch what they did and then go back to my own. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's for sure.
Pure Living for Outdoors. What's going on, Taylor? Congratulations on your big deer. Farm Mall and Pure Living both killed some nice deer this year.
Oh, shoot.
Nice.
I don't think I'm going to get a chance this year.
I'm envious. If I do, mine ain't going to be not going to follow all the rules.
Look, I'm just looking for meat, so I'm not going to be worried about can't eat them horns is what they say. I'm jealous. But
yeah, but it's nice to put that rack on the wall.
Yeah,
Look
I
at
agree.
I think I'm going to say I think Grant's got the best display out of everybody here.
Oh yeah, hands down.
Yeah, it's pretty easy thing to say. It's a pretty easy claim to make.
I can grab some of my fishing trophies and plaques and put them back there, or some of my Army awards and put them back there. But outdoor stuff, he's got it. He's got it.
Yeah,
it's good.
I need a couple 3-pound crappie to go with them bluegill.
I'm saying you probably got. Oh well, I'm just guessing. You correct me. Well over $1,000 worth of stuff back there.
Oh, 1,000.
Yeah. Okay.
That laugh says it all.
I got $5 at the gift shop.
Well, the bluegill were 400, so and we've got 31 waterfowl. That's
holy smoke,
$5,000 right there in waterfowl.
You know what he doesn't have? He doesn't have a shark. He doesn't have a mahi.
Bull red.
No, all I've got is bluegill for fish.
Need to get you down here for a bull red.
He come down from Texas.
Taylor, that sounds great. I would love to catch a 3-pounder or 2 or 3. He catches some nice crappie. He's got that new, what's it called? Garmin. You can see the fish underwater, basically. Live scope.
Oh, live scope. Yeah, that's pretty crazy. I haven't graduated up to that yet.
We were talking with Good Life about bears. Now Peter's all about shooting a bear.
Oh, jeez.
What Darren said it was what, $2,800?
I'm sold. I think that price
Get
is.
there and everything, right?
He said it's airfare. You pay for airfare. $2,800 is it because it's all inclusive. And I'm assuming that that's him. That's his guide fee for everything or whatever.
Right.
That's crazy. I say we get Grant down here, and that would be an awesome collab. Me, Stanley Orchard, Grant McIntosh on the boat together, catching bull reds and whatever else.
I think if we spent a solid, I'm going to say 4 days, right time of year, but solid 4 days, I think we can almost guarantee a bull red. I think we can almost do that.
Right now is the right time of year.
It is. Yeah, it is.
Is there a slot limit there on bulls?
Yeah, it's what is this thing? 20 to 28 or 22 to 28?
Something like that, 20 to 28. But the bulls, they'll get upwards of 6 feet.
Yeah,
and you can tag any size.
Yeah, so
over slot.
You got on your hunt or fishing license, you got one tag on there for an oversized red that you can tag. So yeah, you can keep one oversized. My best so far is 40 inches. And then the video that's coming out this week, Audrey gets her very first red, which is also a bull red. We didn't tag it. We didn't keep it. It took a while to revive that thing too. The video it'd be like just a little bit of time, but I was actually been over the side of that boat trying to get that sucker to come back to life for a while. Finally, I didn't think he was going to make it. I thought we were going to tag him, and then finally he just kicked on me, and I let him go, and whoop, he was out of there. So thank goodness for that.
We had a similar one. We caught in a video that'll be coming up in a couple of weeks here. We caught a very nice sized fish, and it was somebody's very first time doing it. So that fish spent a little bit more time out of water than what is customary. Yep, had to take some pictures, and I do YouTube, so he had to spend a little time on camera before we released him, but he got out all right.
That's good. That's good.
Justin, Weekend Warrior Outdoors, what's going on? Good to see you.
Hey,
what's up, buddy?
Saw he had some trick-or-treating outfits on Saturday night, so I'm guessing he didn't get to hunt this weekend.
Probably not.
What is with this? Peter says he'd drive 5 hours for that trip, come down here to do that trip, but he won't drive 5 hours down here to go fishing with me and my dad. What you go hang out with John and Grant all you want, Peter.
Dang, Peter, that's kind of brutal, but
no kidding.
I can understand the attraction to fish with me and Grant and stay your brother. I can understand it.
Yeah, I mean, he's already a YouTube star,
Yeah. That was a good one. That was a good one.
You end up with a rad video. I'm not going to lie. Peter's video work kicks the crap out of mine. Won't lie about that.
Well, here's the deal. If Peter comes fishing with me like that, the only thing he's got to do, pay his own way to get there and all that. And then he gets to edit my video for me. No, that's not even a joke. Peter comes down, and it sucks because he doesn't get to spend quite as much time on camera, but he's a camera guy. And man, you'll see the video that I'm posting tomorrow versus the next two videos after that. Watch, and you're going to be like, oh, like Stanley needs to get off the camera. That's stupid. So you got one coming out tomorrow. Awesome. Looking forward to it. That was one of my questions I was going to ask you is when your next video is coming out, because usually you drop one on Monday, but now you're doing your live show Monday morning.
Yeah.
So makes sense.
Yeah.
Because Grant always told me, don't drop a video right before or right after you go live.
That's right.
Right, Grant?
At least not before.
Yeah, not before.
Exactly right. Yep.
I've learned that lesson. That last one I told you guys when I was the first one from our trip down there, I was like, oh, it's going to be next week. And then like a day later, I was like, oh, this puppy's ready to go. I'm putting it out there because it's been a minute. So, but I got like two fishing trips coming up. One this coming week and then the week after local. So I'm getting a little build-up of videos finally. And this, like I said, for me, everybody loves to fish in the summer. For me, this is the time to fish. This is for now through March or April, I'll probably do more fishing videos than I did, June through September.
It's unfortunate. It's better fishing now. It's not as trending of a topic, which is unfortunate. But yeah, I mean, it's better fishing now for sure.
And the weather's better.
Yeah.
Don't have to go out there and have heat stroke.
Yeah.
Oh, there's my dog. He's going to kill something out there.
Yeah, we should probably try to go catch a crappie or two this week.
Yeah, but you got to go bow hunting too.
Yeah, that's easy to do straight after work.
Yeah, I want videos of all of that.
Mm-hmm.
And the tilapia.
I'll go ahead, tidy it up, finish it up, put an end to it. I need a video anyways.
You're going to be busy. You got a lot of stuff to do. We want bow hunting videos. We want the tilapia video. We want you to go out and catch some crappie video. And then we want you duck hunting live stream.
Yep.
That's all. Not much, just that.
I second all of this.
There you go. And so be it.
It shall be done.
Yeah.
It wouldn't hurt. I'm just going to put this out there. It wouldn't hurt to have some like a boat ramp fail video. That might be a good one to throw in the mix somewhere in there if you got a little bit of free time. Maybe a live stream fails video.
Don't jinx me on the boat ramp fail video. Well, any one of my fishing trips could turn into a boat ramp fail video. Because I'm going to be by myself. So
I'm kind of referring to Grant stuff over there. His previous, some of his previous more interesting experiences.
Well, the boat ramp fail video did really good, didn't it, Grant?
That's my best video.
Yeah, I've got one, but it didn't do near as good as yours. I think it was just. Well, I don't know what it was, but we made more fun of them, and that probably wasn't right. And so, I don't know. And it's old. That was like 5 years ago, I think, 4 or 5 years ago.
It can be hard to keep that stuff positive sometimes. Sometimes people pull some really dumb stuff, and it doesn't always come across on camera. Sometimes what comes across is you making fun of them.
Russell, what do you want me to video? I'm out of worm video ideas. I need specifics.
Oh, we can brainstorm some worm ideas.
You could eat one again.
There you go.
Here you go.
Hey, that was my best live stream by far.
There you go. But how about a fishing video using your own worms? Putting different types of worms on the different hooks and putting them in and seeing which one is going to catch the most fish.
Doing that, seeing which one catches the most fish, and also just doing a video where you catch a fish with a worm that you grew. Mm-hmm. And if you do that video, I want to have a sit down chat with you about the metadata, about the tags and stuff like that behind the scenes. See if we can't give you a little bit of a viral thing.
Yeah, that would be cool though.
Just weekly updates then, Russell? Just going through the worm bin? I actually thought about going live on Wednesdays, like a Worm Wednesday live, just feeding the worms, because, I got 3,000 subscribers, but my worm videos is where it's at. I mean, that's where I get my views. Other than the boat ramp fail, I mean, I'll get more views on a worm video than I will a fishing video on average.
You probably rank pretty well for search terms with the word worm in the term. You might want to take a crack at doing some how-to videos based on worm. Like you had the vermibag stuff that you were doing. I don't know how well that did particular, but anything that has to do with vermiculture, you stand a chance of really ranking for some of that stuff.
Right.
How did your live streams when you were hunting do? The duck hunting one, I imagine those did really well. Yeah, no.
That was when I wasn't even monetized yet. That was when I had 500 to 1,000 subscribers. Yeah. Animal Papa, thank you so much. Good to see you. Been a while.
I do miss that. I miss the hunting and fishing live streams. I'm envious. I haven't been able to do that myself, and I've always wanted to.
JNC Outdoors. You know,
Yep.
they were the first fishing live stream I started watching. And then Grant's duck hunting, and then what's his name? Deer hunting. God, how can I not remember? Jug.
Jag.
Yeah.
Jag.
Yeah. Those were probably the ones. And then Darren up north with his
the ice fishing and stuff that he was doing.
Those are the ones that were like, wow, you can live stream and be out there actually doing it. That's pretty dang cool.
Yeah. Thresher is the one that kind of got me into it.
Yeah, he did. He hasn't done that in a long time, but yeah, he live stream.
I don't know why. He used to make money on those things, and maybe it's just not the kind of money that he's accustomed to, and it doesn't matter. I don't know.
Right? Yeah, I don't know. I remember he did. What's that one? What's it called again? Premiere. So he did a premiere where he did a video, and then he interacted with people while it played. You know what I mean? And I remember him making a comment that he would never do that again. So I was like, okay, well. And after that, I don't think I've seen him do live streams much after that.
I hadn't either.
Peter's got worm ideas. He's got bacon wrapped worm, a worm in a shrimp.
Why would you do that? Why would you want to go about screwing up the taste of a perfectly good worm?
I thought you were going to say a piece of bacon. But
yeah.
Yeah, no thanks. Peter, what in that warm Dos Equis really got you going?
That's so funny. He was texting me about these live streams earlier. We had a lot of fun this morning. We had a blast. We had Jason Goody from the Good Life Outdoors. It was really fun having an external influence on. It was kind of cool being able to talk to somebody who doesn't do live streams, who just does YouTube videos. So I got their first time. And Peter was just having a ball. We probably talked for an hour afterwards. And after doing all of that, he's all excited. Like he was all, no, you guys in the afternoon, you go do your drinking stream. I'll just sit here and watch, and kind of brought him down a little bit.
It's all right, Peter. Pretty soon you're going to be a rock star on YouTube, all to your own. And your brother will be begging, please let me go live with you, Peter.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie. I agree. I'm going ahead. I'm being ready for that now. I'm ready for that to be a case.
Remember when I took you out on the boat? I was the captain, Peter. Come on, give me a favor back.
I owe him so many hours of camera work. It's not even funny. And now editing work. Now he's doing our 360 videos.
Heard you say that he was doing your 360 videos.
They just look so much better. Like, I don't know how long it takes him to edit those, but the work that he does, if you looked at it side by side by the raw footage that I just throw on YouTube, it's just stupid. Like, they look so much better. And it's basically like I just have to owe him a favor in the future or something, because they just look so good. I kind of have to ask for that sometimes, because night and day difference.
Gotcha.
So have you guys ever run into like fishing snobs?
Yeah, every time I go fishing.
Yeah, like there's so many now. There's the bass guys. I'm not saying all you bass fishermen are fishing snobs, but there are guys that like, oh, you catch catfish, you're not fishing. And then there's saltwater fishing snobs, right? I ran into that early, I don't know, 10, 15 years ago here when I was big into freshwater around here, and somebody I worked with was from Florida. Ooh, freshwater, they're so small and they don't fight very good.
That's my dad. I'm not going to lie. That's my dad.
To me, you know what? Fishing.
It's a little bit of all of us. I won't lie about that. My dad instilled that in us.
But like for me, okay, so if I'm a fishing snob, here's my snobbery. Overfishing with trout lines and maybe jugs. Even though I've used jugs, overfishing with them. Here in Texas, I said something to you about this, Stanley. You can have 100 hooks in the water, period. So how many rods you want? Well, 100 hooks worth. Or jug lines, trout lines, and it can make areas of a lake unfishable when people just bombard them with that kind of stuff. So
I got a solution for that.
yeah, right. Well, not legally, you don't. But if I'm
I
snobbing
might.
everything, it's that, for me. But catching on ultralight, catching a crappie, that's about a pound, that's freaking exciting. Of course, catching a blue marlin is freaking exciting. But I can enjoy them, enjoy those kind of things the same. So the snobbery, it's kind of like us versus them. I don't care for much. Even though I admit I do have a little bit of that in me too. But I was wondering if you ever been out on the water and had somebody just like dog you out because of the type of fishing you're doing. Cat fishermen out there and some bass guy rolls up. Man, this is a great place to throw this or that zip bobbly doodah that does this and that, and you're blocking it all up with your catfish lines and wham, wham, wham. Nobody.
Yeah.
My worst is not fishing, but duck hunting public land, and then somebody come up trying to fish where you're duck hunting. You got your decoys out, or they're out kayaking, taking pictures, and it's like, I'm sitting here with a shotgun in my hand. Get the hell out of decoys.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, the other side of that. So I've been on Choke Canyon down south of here when there's duck hunters. I was like, what the hell? Where are these guys hiding at? I'm hearing shotgun blasts. And then down on the coast, and Stanley, you probably know this, these guys like to run around them damn airboats. So I'm sitting there fishing. We got some poles in the water, whatever. Maybe I'm standing up. All of a sudden, roar, here comes this V8 that has no muffler or anything on it. Roar, right through the middle of where you're fishing, and they're heading somewhere to a duck blind. It's like, you mother humping dirt dogs, So yeah, okay. So there's two sides of that too. And you're right. When me and Joe have been out on the lake fishing and we see decoys or we hear shotgun blasts over there, we avoid it. They're doing their thing. I want them to enjoy their hunting trip just as much as we're going to enjoy our fishing trip. And it's a big lake, right? So we can avoid it. The ones on the coast that run that dang airboat, within 50 yards of you, full black, they're wearing earmuffs to protect their hearing, but they're not. You don't have any hearing protection on when they come blowing by you.
You can with the volume down. I've only got like 10 more minutes.
Right.
No, we just lost somebody. Oh.
Yeah.
Nice 30-inch walleye last week. Anybody catch anything good lately? Animal Papa. 30-inch walleye is freaking amazing. I've never measured any of the walleye I've caught, but that's because they, other than measuring to make sure they're big enough to keep. So I've never caught a big walleye, so I'm jealous of that. And that is big because my wife just caught a 30-inch red drum, and that thing was huge. So 30-inch walleye, that is big. I'm thinking if I caught a 20-inch walleye, I'd be dancing around on the deck of the boat. So that is impressive.
Yeah, we need Steve here to know how good of a 30-inch walleye is for sure.
What is
Steve's the walleye king?
Yeah, if you guys are up around Michigan, what is a master walleye, a master angler walleye up there? I know
it's got to be upwards of 30 inches. I want to say that my brother-in-law's got like a 26, 28-incher mounted.
Yeah, because Steve said he hasn't caught a master yet. And somebody had marked that rod, that custom rod that he got, marked it at what the master angler was. I want to say it was 30 inches, but I'm not 100% sure on that. So we can only fish one rod, open water, 2 rods, ice fishing. So I think Weekend Warrior, that's an extreme one way, and ours is an extreme the other way. I think should be a happy medium, I don't see anything wrong with having, if you're out on your own boat, having 2 to 4 rods in the water. I know in Michigan when we were trolling for walleye, I think we were allowed, it was either 2 or 3 rods per person because we had 6 rods out between 2 of us. So it was 3 rods per person you're allowed to have out. So there you go, fishing the mitten, Michigan, the mitten, right? 32-inch. Okay, so man, that's a big walleye.
Dude, I gotta say, I don't know. That sounds strange to me because the elite angler fish that we get here in Texas, at least in saltwater, I haven't found that they were that difficult. You know, I think I want to say it's like a 30-inch red, which you just got one, you know, and I no, I'm not trying to be an elitist. I'm not trying to be like that, but it's like a 32-inch walleye to me sounds so much more difficult than a 32-inch red.
Hey, Stanley, I'll tell you this. So here in Texas, we have the lead angler for freshwater and saltwater.
Right, yeah.
I started looking at the sizes because I've been a freshwater angler for a lot longer than I've been a saltwater angler. And I looked at the requirements and I was like, I'm going to go for my saltwater because it is going to be easier.
It looks easy, yeah.
It is going to be easier than the freshwater because I've got, 28-inch flathead I caught at choke. It was a lake record. I got a certificate on the wall for it at that time. It was not big enough to be a big fish award to go towards a lead angler, even though it was a lake record, So it's skewed, I think. I think it is easier here in Texas to get the saltwater lead angler than it is to get the freshwater. Of course, the challenge is how often do you get to fish saltwater versus freshwater? I can go, freshwater fishing 12, 13, 14 times a year and saltwater fishing 3 or 4 times a year. So
you see, I was going to say the same thing about in saltwater fishing. Like if you spend any amount of time fishing out on the jetty at all, or select areas, if you know what you're doing, if you know where to go, you are going to get a 35, 40-inch redfish. They are there. They're always here. They're here. It's not we'll put trout aside. A 20-inch trout is a weird thing. It can be done, but it's a weird thing.
Yeah,
but a big skipjack.
Yep, got him.
Exactly. That's like the first thing. That or a big gaff topper. Like that's like number 1 and number 2 in your book right there. Now, a black drum, a big, a 30-something inch black drum. I mean, right there, that's 4 of your top 5. You do one offshore trip for mahi, wahoo, amberjack. I mean, that right there seals the deal for you. One offshore trip, sheep's head.
Yeah. Sand trout. They have one for sand trout. They have for the max, Spanish mac. It's not very big.
Yep.
Yeah, I think it's skewed towards the saltwater. I think, I haven't done it in a while, but I think if you look online because they put your name on there and all that, there's probably more saltwater fishermen with that.
There is. There is. I can confirm that one.
I mean, even the bluegills and bass and all that those are ones you're going to write to mom about, how big they have to be to fit that category.
So, you guys up north, I'm not going to say you're getting screwed, but I will say that if you really want to get your elite angler, come down here for 1 week.
Hard work.
It can be done in a week down here.
Yeah. The whole thing is weather permitted.
Yes.
And that's my biggest issue is this last week when we went down, the weather, or 2 weeks ago now, the weather was pretty awesome the whole time we were down there. But that's probably the first time. Because if you're traveling, we got to book something in advance. We got to do all this in advance. And then you get there and the weather's shit. Well, suck it up, buttercup. Do what you can. That's what it's kind of been. And then you leave, and 2 days or a day later, you see people posting pictures of great weather and awesome fishing. And you're like, God, why couldn't that have been me?
Yep.
What about
Animal Papa says the taxidermist said 1 in every 100,000 have blue on the top, and this guy had it, so he's getting it mounted.
That's that walleye we're talking about?
Apparently so.
Well, that's awesome. I've never seen
Peter says the offshore fish, elite angler, are they harder? They're harder to fight, but I mean, it's not harder to reel in.
limit.
Yeah, what I believe the elite angler on an amberjack is like 35 inches, something like that. Right. The slot on an amberjack, I believe, starts at 34. So it's not that much of a difference. And when you're using like 80-pound test, you're not going to lose that fish other than to a shark. So no, it's not really harder.
Color down here is when the big walleye come out. They're Canadian fish. Very cool.
They got an elite angler wahoo. Yeah, all the game fish.
Yeah, if you just go on Texas Parks and Wildlife's website, fishing
And any state.
and what it is they got a big fish award. So that it says, hey, it's got to be this big for this type of fish. You get a big fish award. You get 5 big fish award. Boom, you get the elite angler. So that's kind of how that works. And yeah, any fish you catch here that is regulated, it's going to have a size for big fish.
And there's even I don't know if everybody does this, but with saltwater, there's a special exemption for a large fish that's caught of a different species. So, for example, they don't have a whiting award. It's not a regulated species. Yeah. But if you catch a 30-inch whiting, turn it in, you may get an elite angler whatever thing for your massive whiting.
30-inch whiting. Do they even exist? Holy crap.
I don't know, but I keep my eye out for actually the video that's coming out tomorrow is one of those cases where I caught a fish. I didn't catch it. Somebody else caught a fish with our party we were at, and it was much larger than what you would normally see with that species. Right. So I've got but it's not a species that you normally catch. You normally look for like a record on. But I've always got my eye out on that for the little guys, the like a mullet record or a different species. That's something you don't typically fish for. If I'm going to get a record, that's how I'm going to get it, is by bumper or blue runner or something weird like that.
Yeah.
Something most people wouldn't turn in for a record.
Exactly. The things that people don't keep an eye on. A blenny. They have a record on blennies. That's aquarium fish. They're that big, but there's a record on them.
Yeah.
Fish in the mitten. I guess they do you guys get patches and stuff for that. Down here, we get a certificate you can put on your wall. There's no patches involved, but that's cool. Have a fishing coat that you wear all the time. Put them patches on there. That'd be kind of cool.
Mm-hmm.
I wish they did that here. That'd be so cool.
Yeah, that would be cool. That would be.
Yeah, I've got to find a picture of me and a buddy. We were actually noodling with the pool noodles, like making jugs out of pool noodles.
Yeah.
We caught a bowfin. It had to be state records. Illinois state record, 16 pounds, and this thing had to be 20. I mean, we didn't weigh it. We threw it back. So it's still in the body of water. But wow. I mean, he's holding it up in the picture. He's holding it up here, and it's touching the bottom of the boat almost.
Oh, crap.
You got to find it in the cloud or something.
Yeah, you need to dig that one up. That'd be cool to see. I like to see that. Or then the inshore saltwater fit. What I mean, elite angler offshore hard. No, I mean, there's each fish. They give you a size, and that's a big fish award for that species. It doesn't matter if it's inshore, offshore, or whatever, and you catch them, you get the certificate. So
it's saltwater. Period. I say offshore because saltwater, you're kind of divided into like 2 areas. You're either inshore or offshore, but it's still all saltwater. So if you can catch a couple of these big guys on inshore, your red, trout, your flounder, your skipjack, something along gaff top, catch a couple of them that way, you are one offshore trip away from landing everything else that you need. And literally you can get your elite angler saltwater down here in Texas in a week. There's a possibility to get it in a day if you're hardcore and you hit it.
Yeah, move around.
USA live stream gadgets and things. Hello, good to see you. Larry Johnson, how's it going, man? Good to see you. We've got about a minute left for an hour live stream. Next week, where are we at? We at Stanley's or A&J's?
No, we're at Stanley's. That guy over there. Yeah.
Are you sure about that? Is it my turn next week?
Who just did it last week? I thought it was me. No?
I don't remember.
We'll go back and look. One of us.
It's Steve's turn. It's Haulin Ash. We're going to take over his channel and do it on his channel.
Yeah. Well, he's not even here tonight to even make fun.
He can't argue. He's not here to argue.
That's true. So next week it'll be Steve Haulin Ash. He just voluntold. He was voluntold.
Voluntold. I like that.
All right, Stanley's got a video dropping tomorrow. I got a video coming out hopefully this week. Don't know when. Grant McIntosh owes us about 5 videos that he's working on.
Yep.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, absolutely. Hooked up backlash. See you guys. Got to make dinner. Yeah, we're out of here too. It's that time.
Yep. Larry Johnson, better late than never.
Yeah, they don't have an elite angler on Sergeant Major. If you get one probably upwards of like 12 inches, yeah, you'll get an elite angler on that, turning it in. They only do elite angler on the like the game fish, the big time species, the stuff that's regulated. That having been said, I am going to do a catch and cook on Sergeant Majors here in the next couple of months.
That'd be cool.
Nobody's done it.
Nobody's done it.
Great.
All right, gentlemen.
All right, guys.
Been real.
Great
It's been fun.
Been a
It's
pleasure,
fun.
guys.
If you guys don't have A&J Outdoors, Stanley Orchard, or Haulin Ash, their links are in the description. We'll be at one of their houses next week, every Monday night. Thanks for joining us. Have a great day.
Been a
Peace
pleasure.
out.